Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have moved our family from trying to survive, trying to breathe because of disease, to thriving right in the midst of it. And although we've been going through this journey here now for a good number of years, and we have had great success and we have a great life. However, I do not always feel like I got it all together. A lot of times I am extremely overwhelmed. I deal with the guilt sometimes of feeling like I'm not available for my children enough, because there are seasons when I'm in the hospital for a long time, or I have seasons of a lot of therapies and appointments, things like that, or just the guilt of, everybody wants to go and do something, and the preparation, I'm all excited, I got the energy, but by the time I'm done preparing the family to go, I'm exhausted and I can't go through with it. And then I feel bad because, I feel like I ruined, what my family have planned. I homeschool, and a lot of times I'm wondering, am I doing enough? Am I keeping up enough? Are my kids behind? And it's just a lot that comes, emotional and mental weight that comes with this journey. So how do I deal with all of that? Well, a couple things I can share with you that helped me to deal with it. Number one is I have a great husband who always reminds me that the secret lies in consistency. Doesn't mean that I have to do everything every day. Doesn't mean everything have to be right every day. If I'm exercising and I can't do one big exercise at one time, if I did 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night, hey, I got 10 minutes in that I wouldn't have got in otherwise. Or it's in the consistency of a little bit as often as you can. So I wake up every day thinking that I know what I want to do. I have my vision for my family and where I'm going. And as long as I'm taking those steps every day, as much as I can take, I know I've done all that I can, and that all of that will compound to get me to where I'm going. The other thing is I always have to sit down and talk to myself and give myself some real truth, some real honest, brutal truth. I have to look at myself. Am I giving all that I got? Am I doing all that I can? Where have I slacked up? Is there something that I could be doing better? Am I utilizing my time in the best way? If I'm answering all of that yes, then I'm doing all that I could do. It is what it is, and I have to be happy with where I am. The other thing in that is that I always have to remind myself that I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for my body to have to go through the things that it's going through, but it is what it is. And since I am going through this, I'm going to make the most of it. And so I don't sit back and start feeling bad or feeling sorry for myself because of what's going on. I am not the reason why our family can't do the things that we're doing. It's what came at me that's the reason, but we're still going to take advantage of every opportunity that we have to do the things that we're going to do, and we're not going to stop striving. It's in the striving. That consistency is in the striving. So I know I have to have the character of tenacity. I know I have to have the fortitude to keep on trying. And so that's what actually helps me to kind of balance out those emotions. There are good days, there are bad days. And just because I wake up and it's, wow, I got energy, I got strength, everything's going good, does not mean that that's how I'm going to be throughout the entire day. It's a roller coaster. It's a up and down every day. You don't know what it's going to be. So with that, what I do is I try to control everything that I can control. Some things dealing with my body I can't control. I just have to go with the flow at that time and ride it out. So what I do to help me is I put my family on the system. We have a routine, things that we're going to do now. It takes a lot of work to get a routine together. I have to tweak it all the time. The same thing does not work in every season, but it's a constant working. It's a constant striving. But I have my family sit on a system that basically runs regardless of where I am. If I'm strong, I jump right in the middle of it and I keep on going. If I'm not strong, they know what to do, what needs to be done. They know that every day the priorities are, you got school, because I homeschool, and then there's chores. In our lives, we have our lives. Remember I told you to trim the fat? I learned that. We had to trim the fat. So what we do is we basically have our lives down to priorities. So my children know that their priorities is they have schooling and they have chores. Schooling usually takes place early in the morning. If mommy's not functioning right, if things aren't where I'm ready to get up and do lessons with them, we can switch it up. We can start chores until mommy is ready and she's strong enough to be able to get up and do schooling. If I'm not, we have found out ways to do things like, I lay in the bed, my children come around me, I can hear them as they're trying to learn, and I can correct them. They help each other. We have a lot of different systems that are set up to help us to make it through. So that way, even if I'm not doing well, if I'm in a hospital for a month, if I'm going through surgeries, if I'm not mentally where I need to be able to help them, they basically know what needs to be done. It's not contingent upon me being at full force for them to know what to do, so that my household can continue to run regardless of what is going on. We also have a lifestyle where we try to maintain as much flexibility as possible. That's where that trimming the fat comes into play as well. We don't commit to a lot of things because we don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Now, we may commit on the inside to doing it and hoping that we can get there, at the end result when the event comes up. But we don't go committing to a lot of people, because a lot of people don't understand, just because you said you can do it don't mean that when that time comes, your body just may not be able to do it. Something may just be going on. So we try not to commit too much to that, or even to our children put timelines or definites on it. My husband is self-employed, which gives him some flexibility so that if something's going on with me, he can change his appointments. He can have his clients meet him somewhere else. There's different things that we can do. He has the type of businesses where he can have the flexibility, but even in that, we trim the fat with our employees. We don't have a lot of employees. We did the businesses in such a way to that we can handle it, so that we don't have to have a lot of oversight with a lot of different people. So I just wanted to share that with you. I would never want you to ever think that I have it all, or that I don't have struggles. I have struggles even now. I have struggles even today. So I just want to encourage you once again to let you know that we all are going to make it through this. We all can make it through it. That is better said than we all will, but we all can make it through it. And to let you know that even though you feel overwhelmed, that's normal and that's natural, but keep taking one step at a time. Keep moving forward. Keep progressing. It's in the consistency. Just be consistent. Be intentional about your life, about every day of it. And it's okay. If your body is tired, rest. If you feel your body going in that direction where it's going to go down and it's going to get bad, stop before it gets there. I am the first person to call a fun day for my family. This is a rest day, and we learn to do things in another manner. So if it's school time and mommy can't do school and I'm tired, but I want my babies next to me, we do school non-traditionally. If we're learning about Napoleon, we'll pull up videos on Napoleon. It's just going to be a different type of a structure in a way that my body can handle it. And I hope that might help you to know that you don't have to be superwoman or superman at all times. If your body needs to rest. Do what you need to do so that you can do what you need to do. But in all things, remember, do you. Thank you all for watching. I hope that this was helpful. Please like us down below or subscribe, and we will talk to you next week. Thank you.